said yesterday that you're working with the guys from Hot Fuzz, etc. Is there any British comedy that you really admire? That you like? Obviously not.
No, I do. I mean, obviously, those guys, I really, you know, those movies were really fun, and like kind of script and writing is right up that alley. The truth is, like, you know, like for example, like I was trying to, I don't know if she's here, but yeah, I was doing something with Pavel Polakowski, it's not happening, but like My Summer of Love, I think is exactly the kind of thing that I was just talking about, like something that seems really funny and you're kind of giddy with like what's going on, and then but it's also, you know, it has dramatic elements and it has a nice blend of those tones, and that's the kind of stuff that I, you know, like that I like. You know.
I've got one really silly question. You mentioned that some of your comedy's like a dog whistle, so I wondered whether you'd shown it to your dogs and what they thought.
My dogs are very angry because they didn't get to make it into the final cut of the movie, so they're boycotting it. They won't let like amateurs work with professionals. The dog trainers was like, no, sorry, can't mix.
There was a question up there somewhere. Oh, two, yeah.
As a first-time director, what was the biggest surprise or demand on your time or mental faculties that you weren't perhaps expecting?
I guess I was, you know, I postponed directing for a long time just because I thought it would be too stressful. Not somebody who handles a lot of stress very well. So I was like, it'll be so stressful. And what was surprising to me was that, like, actually it's been more stressful for me being on shoots where I'm just a writer or in it or whatever, because like you end up like trying to manipulate everybody into you know, you like have to like kind of do a sort of, you know, it's like you have to kind of guide them in a passive aggressive way to do what you want, and it's actually less stressful to just be like, I can just walk over there and tell them what I want, you know. And so that part of it was actually made it a lot more fun, and so this was actually a super fun shoot. It was the best time I've ever had. I don't know if it was that for everybody else, but it was definitely fun. It was much funner than I thought it was going to be, and the dogs were fun actually too. So the babies were not fun.
Here's another.
Hi. Are you a vegan in real life as well as the main characters?
Yeah, well, sort of. I don't eat dairy and I don't eat meat.
So how are you not a vegan? That's a vegan.
Well, I do eat a little bit of fish. But yeah, I feel like people are going, oh, it is a vegan manifesto. Forget it. But yeah, no, I don't. It's you know, it's the French bulldogs. They push me into it.
Anybody else? Is someone just over here? Yeah.
You were really memorable in Chuck and Buck. Do you still enjoy acting? Do you still act? Because I still think of you as Buck.
Yeah, great.
That's a bit scary.
I think that's the problem. I've acted in a few things that I've written, but I'm not really an actor in the sense of that's what I really just want to act. Yeah. I mean, for me, it's like I just, you know, it's much more satisfying to like, you know, really come up with the thing, and that was one way for me to participate in the movies by being in them. I'm not really looking to do that, really.
Anyone else? Someone at the back.
Hi, Mike. I thoroughly enjoyed the film. Thanks very much. I was just wondering, why was the character mute celibate?
Why would he celibate? I've never been asked that question. No, I thought, you know, for me it was like, you know, I went in to subvert the romantic comedy. Like, I was like, it'd be fun to like have a woman who loses a dog and she goes on, you know, a date, and you think it's like, this is the guy, you know, like first you have the like obvious guy that's not going to be right for her, and then he is the right guy who comes along. And I just thought it would be funny to like, because there's a lot of movies where, you know, somebody ends up being gay or whatever, and I just was like, well, it's, you know, because I end up in like in that world of animal rights in LA, the yoga-loving vegans, you know, there are a lot of guys where you're like, are they gay, are they straight? And then like, you know, sometimes it's like, and I do think there's like I just thought it would be funny if he was like, I'm celibate, so it doesn't really, you know, it's not even an issue, like, it's just like such a dead end. So she's like, great, you know, and so I just thought it was a funny dead end to send her